Welcome, my friends, to Cuentame USA with Moncho Camano. Today we're speaking with AJ and Matt Chun. I think they're two guitarists from the indie synth rock and many other music genres. It's a rock band based in Auckland, New Zealand, and I believe it's the first band I ever interviewed from New Zealand.
All
For
right.
problems, yeah. So always with the hour differences, I was like, oh man, it's a headache. I don't know if I can interview any bands from Australia or New Zealand. I said, well, this is worth it. So I gotta make contact with these people, and it worked out. So I'm very happy that you guys showed up.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Great to be here.
uh, I believe you are a four-piece band, and there is the vocalist. It's a female called she's Charlie McLean,
Yep.
and
Yep, that's right.
and then we got the bassist with Scott Sanson. So those guys probably are on the beach right now. So
Oh, we've got one currently on a flight. We've got another one who's over in the UK at the moment visiting
oh
family. So
oh,
middle
oh
of the night, I think.
that's Christmas, visiting
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Even better. I got two people. I couldn't handle the four people probably. So I'm happy I only got two. So thank you so much. They just released their album, self-titled, on October 10th, I think, this year, 2025.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So that's when I just listened to the album this week many times. I did like weeks before, but this past week I listened again to the whole album, uh, and I really enjoyed it. It's 11 songs,
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
my music taste goes all over the place, but this music really caught my attention, and they're really good. Let me tell you guys, they're really good for my taste. So. Um, they got a long story, I think, but the band is not that old. So they got a lot of music influences that they're gonna name. There's a lot of shoegaze, I think. It's
Yeah,
also
that's quite a lot.
dream
Yeah.
pop, trip hop. There's so much stuff. It seems like you guys love all kinds of music, and if you don't mind, well, I don't know how the album is doing. They just came out, like I said, a couple months ago, and the audience is the final judge of the album. They're the evaluators. I guess that's the best of the album. So before we go back in time, tell me, how is it going with this debut? Is there your first album? So are you? How do you were expecting this album to be listened to? Were you expecting a lot of people, or were you like, it's the first album and we don't know how it's going to go? But are you happy with the result, first of all, with the album itself?
Yeah, well, I guess like as you say, with it being a first album, you kind of don't know who is it going to connect with. Are people going to
Mm.
listen to this? They're going to enjoy it. So that's kind of been the fun part is figuring out where it's landed. Um, we were pleasantly surprised with reviews that we got. Seemed to
Mm.
get a really good, strong response here in New Zealand, but also overseas. So that was really rewarding. And then, I guess we didn't have a benchmark for what would mean it had been, met our expectations. But you get metrics on streaming numbers and Bandcamp downloads and that kind of thing. And I suppose that's probably gone pretty well from our point of view for a first album without any prior exposure. So yeah, we're still finding our feet a bit, but I think our first step we've been pretty happy with.
Yeah.
Would you say, Matt?
Yeah, I mean we had a gig a couple of weeks ago, and I guess as AJ says, it's the feedback that we're getting via reviews online. But for me, it's when friends and family turn up to the gigs to support our music,
Hmm.
um, and they look like they're having a good time. That means a lot. As you say, as AJ said, we weren't too sure who the music was gonna connect with.
Hmm.
But I've got my almost 2-year-old daughter in the back of the car. Sometimes just bopping along to something and grooves. So for me
And
that
you kind of get these odd kind of pockets. You get all kind of metrics, as I said, but like you'll see, geez, there's a lot of people in, say, Mexico listening to this, or
Yeah.
Poland or something. And I suppose when you're writing music or creating anything, you don't necessarily think of where it's going to be, but it's quite nice to think, hey, there's people appreciating this in different places. So that's a reward in itself, really. We didn't have any expectations it was going to be, number one in the Billboard charts, but seeing that actually, there's people who are really enjoying this is great. That's why you do it, I guess.
It's taking time, but because, like I said, I didn't know much about the band. I just, it's just a coincidence. You just listen to a song, and then something else comes, and it catches your attention, and that's all it takes. So little by little, you get new fans just by, just giving it time. I guess it takes time. So, I put my your album for my wife to listen to, and she really enjoyed it. So, and she's not
That's
like
good.
a rocker or something. She's not like a, she's very, yeah.
Oh, well, thank her for us, Jose.
yes,
Yeah. She
Appreciate it.
listens to the Spanish, whatever,
Yeah.
romantic stuff. I don't know how to say those, but she was very, enjoyed it. And my
Nice.
grandson too, because I had my grandson in the car. He's very
You
young.
got the whole family
So
involved.
he was dancing to one of those songs. Not all of them, because it's not like a happy-go-lucky,
Oh.
But I don't remember which one it was. It was probably the heaviest one. That Waves. I think is it Waves?
Yeah, Waves is a heavier
It's
one.
the heaviest sounding, more like grunge. I don't know, grunge style.
Oh, well, look, if we've got grandparents to grandchildren listening, we're hitting all the demographics, right? We're good.
Yeah, you're good to go. So, I mean, well, there's a lot of musical influences in your album. I guess that's all you people enjoy doing. I enjoy I don't know, the ethereal female voice, those lush guitars. There's so much stuff. Uh, uh, the album was recorded at I wrote it down, Earwig Studio. I don't know where that is, but I was reading some. I don't know, magazine or something I read. We're supposed to be recorded live to a analog tape.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right. So it was one of those. There aren't many analog recording studios here in New Zealand. I think Earwig may be the only one that I'm aware of, anyway. Certainly in Auckland, where we are. So we kind of sort that out. Mainly for the sound quality. We thought that we felt that would give it a bit of a warmth. I don't know that we fully anticipated that it was kind of roll the tape and off you go. So we plugged in, we had to get it right. But I think, Matthew, you'd probably agree it was quite a good discipline to get into, really, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it was playing each part spot on, live in the room. And particularly, as a guitarist, some of those lead lines that we overdubbed, take 55, AJ standing in the recording booth, shaking his head, and me going again. So, definitely in terms of putting in the work to get, the best recording that we could do, definitely made it worth it. So definitely a different experience.
Whose idea was to do this? Was it yours, AJ?
It was actually our bass player, Scott,
Scott. Okay.
who talked about it. Yeah. I think he'd heard of the recording engineer as well. Maybe he'd heard some stuff that had been done there, and he recommended that. And so we thought we'd try it out, and we actually did, I think, maybe 2 tracks initially, 2 or 3, and then got a sense of it and thought, yeah, actually this feels like it will work with what we're trying to do, because there's sort of a bit of a retro angle, we think, to our sound. So that whole tape recording process is a pretty good fit, I think, for us.
Mm.
So yeah, it was Scott who originally came up with that.
Was
We'd
there
never
like
been.
a specific moment during the in the studio that you felt like this is we found the sound that we wanted to. This is exactly what we wanted.
I think listening to it back, because
Mm,
when you're playing on stage, or if you're playing in a rehearsal room, you definitely get a feel for the music, and you know when something feels like it's working. Generally,
mm,
if all the band members go, oh, actually, yeah, that feels right, then that's great. But you never really hear the song as an audience member. Particularly if you're standing close to your amp, you're kind of listening to yourself a little bit. You're focused on playing. So whenever you're listening back to it, I think is when you really can judge whether a song has the feel you hope it does.
mm.
And also the audio quality, which is what we got when we've heard back those
Yeah.
first couple of tracks, is we thought, actually, yeah, the tone of this, just the feel, the dynamics feels right. So yeah, there was certainly, when you're hearing it back, when it clicks because everyone looks at each other. That's usually how it works. Everyone kind of looks at each other and goes, oh, actually, yeah, that really hits,
Let me say something before I forget. I made a big mistake, not a big mistake, but for the people of Alabama, Alaska, and maybe Madrid or Barcelona, the name of the band is Echomatica. I don't think I
Oh,
said
yeah.
it. To tell you the truth, I think I never mentioned it. Just for people, if you
Oh,
ever find
yeah.
out and they don't know the name of the band, that will be hard for you. They will have to look for Matthew Chung and see if it shows up some band because I never mentioned it, I think.
You've got
Echomatica.
it out there now.
I got it. I got it. So you're gonna have to tell me the story behind this, the name, because I don't know what it means. Ecomatic. I don't know.
Well,
Automatic.
we had a list. It's quite hard choosing names. I don't know if other people find it hard in bands to choose names, but finding
Hmm.
something that works. But the word came from an old. It's like an old guitar pedal, an Echomatic,
Oh.
which we don't actually own, but liked the
No.
sound of. And so yeah, we I think we all agreed on that one pretty quickly, eh, Matt?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I guess our sound, there's quite a bit of reverb. We like to use delay. Uh, um, we often talk about, less is more, rather than, overcomplicating the lead lines.
Hmm.
There's one of the lead lines in Love Isn't Always, and it's probably not even a handful of notes, but it's just like a reverb soaked
Hmm.
fuzzy delay type sound. So yeah, it fits with the name. There's no Joe Satriani's in this group, so yeah, we like to keep it simple. Nothing against Joe
We're
Satriani.
quite keen for a one word as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I quite like those one word band
Well,
titles, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. You don't get the name messed up with any other bands. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That I know
Mm-hmm.
of.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's cool. Uh,
Definitely.
can we go back in time a little bit and give me a basic idea of your backgrounds? I know AJ is from the UK, from
Yeah.
Manchester, I think, right?
Yeah, so actually our singer as well.
And
So Charlotte, our
Charlie.
singer, both originally from the UK, but been out here a long time. So yeah, and played a little bit of music out here, but I played some back in the UK as well, here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely one of our influences, because both Matt and Scott, they're both New Zealand born.
Mm-hmm.
And New Zealand has a very distinctive music scene, and obviously Manchester is quite well known for its music scene as well.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
kind of a meeting of I suppose musical tastes in the middle there,
Hmm.
which is where we originally started just playing a few covers together just for fun.
Hmm.
It kind of grew out of that, really. And I know I was bringing a lot of Manchester songs along to those
Hmm.
covers, but it wasn't long before we started writing our own stuff.
Did you know Charlie in Manchester, or did you met her here in
No,
Auckland?
I met Charlie. I put an ad in a
Hmm.
local music site,
Hmm.
because originally we were already playing some covers. It was actually before Matt joined us. Scott and I had been playing,
Hmm.
uh, but neither Scott or I wanted to sing. So when we got to the point where we were like, oh, actually, we'd quite like to write some original stuff. We actually advertised for a singer, and we wanted a female singer specifically. And Charlie just showed up, and just straight away we felt it was a good match for the kind of sound we were aiming for. Carried on doing some covers from there, and then Matt and I already knew each other, so it wasn't long before I dragged him in, and then we started writing.
Yeah. So when you were like little children, did you grow up in a musical world? Was the family into music at all, or were they band members, or they were playing any music outfits in, or it just
How about you, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, my dad always had a guitar in the house, and my dad was from Hong Kong, but he came out to New Zealand when he was young and was always listening to, the Shadows and, that kind of a lot of sort of jazz guitar as well. So,
didn't he buy you your first guitar?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's definitely music in the house. So, yeah, I think initially it was like I looked at playing the piano, but it just didn't seem as cool. So, wasn't long before I picked up a guitar and yeah.
Did you attend any music classes, Matt? Did you go to a music school, or everything was self-taught?
Have music lessons when they're at school. But I guess it's you just find that something where you think that you want to go down the track of potentially playing in a band, and then playing some music together, and then obviously where we are now, where we've released an album, and it's awesome. So
how different were those bands that you play earlier? Were they very different than what you're doing right now with Echomatica?
Yeah, I suppose it was quite different. It was much more acoustic. So we were looking for maybe quite a lot of kind of soft, gentle stuff. Tended to be, we were choosing quite miserable songs as well. A lot of that was that, Manchester, the north of England, is a very dark and miserable place.
And the weather and stuff.
Yeah, I think a bit like the weather you've got at the moment, Jose.
Yeah, I know how it is.
Yeah,
but they got good soccer clubs over there. I enjoy the Manchester City.
Yeah. Manchester United was still
and the United.
They were doing well.
But
for me, musically, I mean, I played some drums. My father had a drum kit, so originally I focused on that before I really got into guitar. But as I said, the part of England that I come from originally, certainly when I was a teenager, was just full of amazing bands. There were just so many bands coming out of those gloomy, dark, urban areas that definitely influenced me and what I listened to, and I think some of it comes through in the music we do as well.
I also read that Charlie used to be a jazz singer. Is that what she enjoyed doing earlier?
Yeah, she still does love doing jazz as well. I mean, I know she's been talking about maybe doing some jazz singing, but I don't know when the last time she did it, but blues and jazz in particular. She was out in New Orleans a couple of years ago on a big trip, bit of a musical pilgrimage. So yeah, she's got quite a broad taste, but also it touches on the kind of stuff that I was talking about, some of those English bands, and also from over here. There's a real strong tradition of independent music in New Zealand. Some of which broke out into the wider world, and some of which really is more locally known in New Zealand, Australia, but with a real distinctive indie guitar sound that really I love, and has definitely influenced us now in terms of that that kind of DIY indie guitar sound that I think New Zealand does so well.
I gotta look into those bands because
if you can look at
I wrote down on paper some of them. I don't remember that.
But if you look up the record label Flying Nun, as in Flying Through the Air, Flying Nun. They just
Yeah.
have a back catalogue of the most amazing New Zealand bands, some of which are really well known, and others probably most people wouldn't have heard. But definitely some amazing stuff there.
It'd be a good idea to check them out. They're not gonna be any better than yours, that's for sure. But you know, at least close to what you guys.
Very kind.
So, can you tell me a little bit about you guys, your music gear? What you guys are like in a specific gear that you are is like essential to the music you're doing that you it's like you cannot live without. If that were
Matt's got plenty of guitar pedals, right, Matt?
Yeah, it's the mothership. But yeah, I mean, as I say, like this being in this band is definitely, I'm definitely more controlled, I guess, in the use of pedals. More like an overdriven sound as opposed to like a room destroying distortion sound. So as I mentioned before, like a lot of reverb used well, a lot of delay when appropriate. And yeah, AJ plays a Stratocaster and I'm playing a Les Paul, so I think that also the guitars complement each other quite as well. As AJ saying, that a lot of that kind of indie guitar sound against my big humbucker Les Paul pickups, I think works.
I think as well. We wanted to try different stuff as well, Jose. I think because of there was quite a wide range of influences, so particularly the kind of electronica side of things as well. That was something I hadn't played with before, so a lot of programmed drums and that kind of thing,
right?
Which was new to us, really.
Who does most of the songwriting? Is it is Charlie, or is it a collaboration between all of you guys, or?
Most often, I'll come with some basic ideas.
Okay.
And usually it's something that I've kind of programmed to work around, and we'll kind of workshop it from there and see what works, what fits. But it's pretty collaborative. Everyone kind of has a voice in it.
Do you have like a single idea that from there you can just spread out? You just one thought, or you really just write and then whatever comes? Or you just start with an idea?
It's a variety. I mean, sometimes we'll just play stuff in the room with guitars, but probably often I'll come with a seed of an idea, which might be something synth-based or guitar-based.
Sounds interesting. Well, so sometimes you just build songs around Charlie's voice, I guess. Just
yeah, I suppose anything that we're working with, that's really we're looking for ones that kind of lock in with Charlie's vocals. So she writes pretty quickly. Generally, she'll come up with, she'll improvise around things, and we'll be playing them in the room, and then we go from there. And often, I suppose most often, I'll take them away and work on them a bit more. Then come back and we kind of weave them together, give them more structure.
Yeah. It seems like you guys really get along really well. I can tell that.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
yeah.
We get along. I think. Yeah, as soon as the four of us really started playing, it pretty much clicked personally as well as musically. We got a bit of a shared sense of humor. We've got a pretty dark sense of humor.
Because with the music a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it is. So our band chats group tends to be less about music and more just about making each other laugh. So that always helps.
Are there like any now musical influences like film or visual art or I don't know, video games, books that add to the atmosphere of the record itself? Like,
that's an interesting question. You mean kind of non-musical influences?
Yeah.
I don't know. My son, when he was listening to something, he was like, it sounds like something off Stranger Things, which I think was the keyboard synth side of things, which wasn't intentional, but Yeah, I think again that kind of looking at a diverse range of influences that are both modern but also quite retro
Hmm.
um, probably touches on film and TV and so on, but nothing specific.
Besides music, are there any other things that you're good at? I don't know, or maybe terrible at, but what other things catch your interest besides music?
Okay.
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
everything just revolves around
Well,
music at
well,
this point?
Matt's always playing golf. I know he's often playing golf, right, Matt?
Yeah, that's true.
This is a good
Uh,
country to play golf in, so he's pretty. You're pretty good, eh?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. But also, yeah, I work for a food and beverage importer, Asian food. So,
Mm.
um, nothing like sitting down for a good meal with a bit of Echomatica on the. So, yeah,
Did your
yeah,
co-workers, do they listen to your the guys' music, or
they,
they're into something different?
they did actually. We've had a bit of airplay on a local radio station in New Zealand.
Mm.
Um, a lot of them have been tuning in for the weekly top tens and just catching our stuff on various podcasts and reviews. And some of them say, "Is that really you? Is that you in the photo?" Yeah, it is. So, but I mean, AJ has put a massive amount of work into creating the profile of the band. And as you said before, like people in Mexico listening, people in Europe listening to our music that we created in a
Mm.
quite tightly packed kind of recording um, studio on the North Shore of Auckland. So um, yeah, it's a interesting journey that yeah, we're just going to keep on doing. So watch out, world.
Mm. Do you guys hang out together, or is just making music is good enough? You don't want to see each other, and
No, no, no. We hang out as well. We
you
hang
hang
out
out
as
as
well.
well. Are you from the same area? Do you live around in the same
Yeah,
city
yeah.
in
So we're
Auckland?
all in Auckland, which is the it's not actually the capital, but it's the biggest city in New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty close.
Well, the capital is it Wellington, the capital?
Yeah,
Wellington,
yeah.
right? Yeah. My daughter
Yep.
wants to go to New Zealand. It's like, yeah, go ahead. It's a lot of hours, but she wants to go. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
So tell her to come along, check out a gig sometime.
yeah.
Mm,
I said you are around the corner from here, so
Yeah.
maybe I'll
definitely.
try. It would be easier if you guys come to the US, but that would probably take time. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that might take a bit of
Especially,
time.
I don't know. Maybe this is the wrong time anyway. So take it easy. Don't hurry. No hurry to come to the States. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think at the moment that you have to have your social media vetted before you can get in as well, right?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys have in your phone. So it must have. I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would pass, but
You
hopefully.
don't know. You never know. Oh boy. Tell me, how do you get to those gigs? Do you guys travel together or in a van, or how do you? What's your transportation method?
Well, most, I mean, we're looking at setting up gigs around New Zealand mainly for next year. And a lot of that will actually be plane travel
Hmm.
because it's just the most convenient way to get around from city to city in New Zealand. The road infrastructure isn't quite as good, and we don't have a great rail network. So a lot of
Hmm.
it is about flying, particularly as we're two islands, North and South Island. So yeah, I'd imagine there'll be some plane travel, and obviously just yeah, road travel to closer cities, that kind of thing.
Hmm. Do you
We're
have
obviously very small compared to the States, right? We're teeny.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's just being too big. It's not that nice. I don't know. But I was talking. I'm going to ask you regarding the visuals and the backgrounds. Do you have any like a background screen or something that you want to have in the future? I don't know. I haven't seen any of your videos playing live, so I don't know what you guys have. If you have images in the back or just lighting, how do you approach
When we're
that?
playing live, you mean?
Yeah. Do you?
We're really after doing some projection stuff actually. But our singer Charlie, she has a kind of an events management background, so she's really
Mm,
good at kind of decorating things in all kinds of weird and wonderful ways.
Hmm.
So yeah, we've had neon, we've had even kind of themed stuff on the bar. She does a very cool job of that.
Hmm. That's cool. Like I said, probably. Uh, I don't know. I was going to ask you regarding a couple of songs that I listened most of them. I listened to the whole album many times, but there are songs that I listen the most.
Oh yeah,
Probably the catchiest ones. I don't know. But I don't think it's the second one. Heartbeat. I think it's the
yeah,
second
yeah.
song,
That's
isn't it?
that track too.
That is one of my favorites.
Oh, is that right?
I love the tempo. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. And something that's I think I listened to that song many. I don't know. It has a so catchy, I guess.
Oh, that's
So that's one of. But I don't know. I think the first one, "Breathe," is the one that gets me more into. I don't know, melancholic. I don't know what it does, but it does. It's not that like it makes me jump and being happy, but it's
yeah.
very. It's. I think. I don't know. For the people,
It
the
was a bit.
bands.
It was a bit of an afterthought to make that the first track. Actually,
Yeah.
originally we'd conceived it as a closing track, but it just in the end we just decided it worked at the beginning. So I'm glad you picked that one out.
Yeah. This is the one that. Well, I. I'm not gonna say that they're all the best songs I ever heard, but the whole package is really great. It's like there are like some more than I enjoy than others for sure, but
Yeah,
there is the one that I mentioned before, Waves. That's the heaviest sounding one, I guess. Well, I like that one too, and Technicolor Dreams I do. So I don't know. Now I couldn't say which one is the best of all, but
there's kind of a few different moods. I think
yeah,
on the album. It doesn't. It is quite eclectic in that way. So some of them it's hard to compare them because they are quite different in feel.
yeah.
But we think that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It is because
Yeah,
when I listen to Love Isn't Always, it sounds like more UK sound. I don't know, maybe Portishead or
right.
something. I don't know. So it's a lot of influences that you guys enjoy, and you keep adding to the music. So I don't know. Uh, I guess you probably guys are already. You got some other songs that you have composed or hitting in some hard drive or something. Uh,
Yeah.
your plans are to keep going. This band, yeah, I don't think you guys are going anywhere that I know. So the band is gonna go for full march ahead. So where you want to take the band? What are they? Are you gonna add any other musical genres that you enjoy also, or you gonna keep more or less what you guys doing, but you're gonna play with it and play with different different sound palettes. But is that what you want to keep doing more or less?
I think now having produced the album, I think we've got a clearer idea of what we want to explore more. So
Mm.
there's definitely elements there where we might go, oh, we want to go a bit darker, or we want to go a bit further into the kind of dream pop side of things. So I would imagine it will be quite eclectic, but we're probably in a better position in terms of knowing what we're about. I mean, what do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I agree. I think, as AJ said, when he comes to the rehearsal room with an idea, we usually know within the first kind of couple of minutes whether we think that song is our sound.
Mm.
And then, I mean, Charlie's voice, as you will have heard, is a weapon that we can
Yeah,
kind of, she uses it from A to Z in terms of how it fits in with the song. So yeah, I think you know, every artist's second album is always there's that exploratory phase. So I think we'll definitely try new stuff, but I think ultimately it'll come down to, is this our sound, or is it an extension of our sound, or is it completely different? And then we'll kind of move from there, I guess.
Mm. Are you analyzing the songs, that the result, like checking how many people are listening to this track more than the other tracks?
Our bass player Scott, he's the stats geek, so he's definitely into checking all of that stuff. So he reports back
Yeah,
occasionally, say, "Hey, have you noticed this song is doing well here?" and that kind
Hmm.
of thing.
yeah,
But I suppose you know that's not what it's really about. We write the music that we want to
Right.
write,
Yeah, I was gonna
then
ask,
you
say
hope
that.
people like it.
Yeah.
Uh, but that's not why we're doing it, I suppose. We definitely want that moment that I was talking about before, where you play something and go, "Oh, actually, I really like that. That works," and you get that agreement
Hmm.
amongst the four of us. That's our sign of whether we think it's worth going further with it,
Hmm. So
for
you're
sure.
not, you're not thinking like, well, the song that the people are listening the most is Technicolor Dream, so we gotta keep doing that one. Very, you know,
No, I don't
not,
think
it
we'll think
doesn't
that
work
way.
like that. It's
No,
just
we
you
want to
enjoy
try
it.
some new stuff.
If
Yeah.
you like what you're doing, that's what you're gonna put out.
mm,
Hmm. Well,
definitely.
I can think that with Charlie is a big part of the band. I think her voice. I think if she went away for some reason, it will be really hard for you guys to find another singer that she will replicate what she's doing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think.
Well, I think we shape our sound a little bit
Mm,
to Charlie,
mm,
because the music really is to serve the vocals. That's what makes the song really, unless you're an instrumental band. So
mm,
we're definitely trying to fit the song around what works well vocally.
mm,
So yeah, that's the key to our sound really.
yeah.
Um, and I think within that we can change that palette and we can explore different ideas.
Mm,
And it's Charlie's voice that really ties it all together.
mm. Can you tell me something? I also read regarding her voice, and she had a problem during COVID with her vocals. What happened to
Yeah,
her?
well, she kind of she ended up really with what I think, I don't know if it's been diagnosed, but really a form of long COVID,
Mhm.
and it definitely affected her voice. So I know coming out of a bout of COVID, she did quite a lot of work to kind of retrain her voice a bit. She'd lost some of the qualities of her voice.
Hmm.
Um, and I think she made some adjustments and did a bit of retraining, and
Oh,
I think she's still kind of working on that a little bit.
oh, really? What
Yeah.
about any of you guys sing? Do chorus, or have you?
I do a little bit of backing,
Hmm.
but it's quite minimal.
Okay.
Mm.
Generally, it's just a touch here and there.
Hmm. I was going to ask you, Matthew, do you play any other instruments besides guitar?
I can dabble in a bit of bass
Okay.
and drum, but I think guitar is yeah is um my main interest instrument wide. Um,
Hmm.
I like to internalize my vocals so that only I can hear them. Um, but, yeah, as AJ said, like often he'll add touches in the choruses, or just when we feel like um, the vocals need a bit of a lift.
Hmm.
Um, but as you will have heard, like we like to create a certain dynamic with each song. So
Hmm.
song will come right up, drop back down, and then build up again towards a chorus, particularly. And I think pretending we're human, some big sounds there, which I love
Hmm.
as a guitar. But yeah, um, AJ's instrumentalist,
I
including
wouldn't
me.
go as far as multi instrumentalist, but yeah, I'm dangerous around any musical instrument. I want to play it. I want to figure it out. Um, so yeah, as I said, I'm drums. Even though I don't
Yeah.
play drums in this band, that's a big thing for me.
Hmm.
But yeah, if you, you know, I've got an ukulele and a mandolin and
Okay.
touches of piano here and that kind of thing. Just anything I can get my hands on, really.
Hmm.
Um, currently playing around with a very cool retro 80s instrument called an omnichord, which was
Omnicore.
a
Yeah.
Japanese, yeah, Yamaha omnichord. So, which I managed to steal off Scott, our bass player. So, yeah, I just like playing around with anything, really.
Hmm. And how
Um,
often do you guys practice? Once a week, twice a week, or? whenever you have
It's
time?
on average, it's actually it depends on what we've got coming up. So we'll intensify if we've got a gig or obviously something we're recording, but generally it evens out in about every couple of weeks.
Every couple of weeks. Uh, so I guess you guys are really tight with the between all of you. Do you guys speak to each other every day, or sometimes it's like a week? And what happened to Matt? Is he around? I
Well,
think
Matt's the
he.
busiest because Matt's got a new baby, so he's the
Oh,
one that gets.
really? That's why he looks so happy. No, he looks sleepy because he cannot sleep. How is it? Is that your first baby?
Second
Oh,
one.
second
So
one. You got practiced. You already practiced on it.
about almost 2 months old now.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, she does what good babies do, eat and sleep. So yeah, so
She
far
doesn't
so
know
good.
you're a rock star yet. She'll
No,
she'll know later. Not
no,
yet.
but yeah, there's a lot of music in our house.
You'll be training your daughters on guitar, though, won't you, Matt?
Oh,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. That's
Maybe one on bass and one on drums, and then we can form our own little band. But
a new band.
yeah,
But
yeah.
generally speaking, like I said, there's a lot of messaging goes on,
Mm,
um, which, as I said, isn't always music related. It's just kind of social.
Hmm.
Uh,
mm,
Particularly when we're apart, like at the moment, obviously we're in different places, so
Right.
we won't be getting back together for a little while as a whole group, but we keep in touch constantly, really.
mm.
Yeah. It seems like you guys get along, like I said.
Oh yeah, well, I mean we're friends first, and
Yeah.
that's actually something that I know everyone in the band feels really strongly about is the friendships matter more than the band or the music.
Mm.
That comes secondary. That's just a nice to have on top, right?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, the album is available on vinyl, I believe, right? It's
Yeah,
besides
it's currently
digital.
shipping from ships from New Zealand currently. We don't have a worldwide, although
Okay.
we're looking at our options maybe for next year. But but it can be ordered from anywhere
Mm.
via our website, which I can plug as
Echo.com.
ecomaticamusic.com.
Right. Hmm.
You can order through there and also get a link to obviously all of our digital.
And Bandcamp, I guess.
Yeah, I'm Bandcamp. Yeah,
Yeah. That's a good place. And I guys follow you on Instagram, I think. I think it was Instagram where you
yeah.
guys
Thank you.
be. Yeah, that'd be so yeah. So I'm really like I said, I'm a new guy to I just discovered the band not long ago, couple of a month or month and a half ago. But that's all it takes. Listen to one song. If it's something you really enjoy, that kind of music, you just try to look and search find out who they are. And it was a surprise for me, like many surprises in music, there's really horrible stuff that I listen and I'm like, oh, what is this? Who makes this garbage? And other stuff that for me
I
is
can see
like,
you have a lot of instruments there yourself, Jose.
yeah, just decorations, like Christmas decorations. You put the tree and you put all the decorations around.
Nice.
My daughter plays the piano, the other one plays the violin and the guitar,
Nice.
and I just play a little tennis. That's about it. No,
Excellent.
no, I used to play guitar a long, long, long time ago before I got hurt playing soccer, and my wrist was like totally destroyed. And then I gave up on my guitar, and I just said, well,
Oh,
maybe I
wow.
can just interview people that are, bands that I enjoy or whatever. So I
Very
just,
cool.
yeah, that's how it is. I just hang out and I just let the people, the other guys speak, and I just listen. And because the more I speak, is the interview goes sideways and goes totally wrong, because I get confused. I don't know what I'm talking about. So the most that the other guys talk is much better for the audience.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so I was gonna say everybody's watching us, just give a automatic Echomatica a listen. I don't think you'll be
Thank you, Jose.
disappointed if you listen and follow them and support them, because it's worth it to follow. And I'm gonna, because I spoke with this band in New Zealand. Now they opened the door for me, so maybe I'll try
Yeah.
and get some other bands. from
Well,
that
that's great.
area.
It's great that you reached out, Jose. I appreciate what you're doing to support musicians and you know, connect us to other people who are around the world who may not have heard what we're doing. That's great.
Yeah, yeah. I'll, you know, pass it along. Uh, just give the band some love. They need a lot of love.
We do.
They do, you
Yeah.
know. That will make them feel better, and they will make more music.
Yeah, we're
You know?
needy.
So they need just I just want to wish you all the best because the year is almost over, you know, couple days and we get the new year, and new year brings new hopes.
That's right.
And these people, they get it before we do, you know, the new year.
Yeah, we get there first.
Yeah, I'm like,
We're starting 2026.
yeah,
We'll let
these
you know how
people
it
know
goes.
what's coming before us. They're gonna
Yep.
tell, you know, they're gonna call me and say, it doesn't make a difference. Still, it makes no difference. 26, 27, 20, whatever. It's still the same. So, but I just want to wish you all the best. And whatever comes next, I'll be watching you guys. And
Really appreciate it.
wish all the members all the best for the new year. And maybe in the future, if there is a chance, I would like to speak with you guys again, if it's possible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's been great talking to you.
If you move
Yeah.
to if you go to Manchester, I can also talk to you guys. There is no problem, you know. If you
Fantastic.
decide the whole team to go to Manchester, I don't, probably not, because I don't know how old were you when you went down to New Zealand, Mr. AJ
On
Allen?
me, oh gosh, I would have been
Young?
20, early 20s.
Oh, well, yeah, you were not a young, you were a child when you moved. You already knew what was going on in life.
Yeah, that's right.
How about you, Matthew? Did you ever go to the UK? Have you ever been there?
I haven't been yet. No, I spent a bit of time in Japan, so
Okay.
there's a good music scene there. But yeah.
But you got no plans of going over there yet. Nothing yet.
I had to say, if we blow up in the UK, then we might.
Yeah, I might take him over there to play my hometown sometime.
Yeah, right. That would be great.
Yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know.
You never.
Maybe you'll go to Spain, and then I meet you guys over there also.
That would be great.
Right?
Love Spain. Love Spain.
Yeah. Okay. So if you
Yeah.
ever make it, let me know, because I got a
Okay,
house there.
we'll make it. We'll make plans.
We'll eat some barbecue or some Spanish seafood, whatever you guys want. I'll be around.
Amazing.
So thank you again. Thank you so much. Follow
Thank you, Jose.
Echomatica, and you guys
Awesome.
have a great new year, and
You too.
keep making great music, because it's fantastic, right? The album. So you cannot do anything better, but at least make it as good as the album. I don't know if it's got to be better, nothing worse. That's for sure. It could be at least the same or better.
We won't let
Even
you down.
better. Don't let me down, because then I won't call you. Have
Awesome.
fun. Thanks.
Yeah, we good.
Appreciate
Okay,
it.
well, in New Zealand, we have a word that doubles for hello and thank you, which is kia ora. So kia ora, Jose.
Kia ora to you too. To you both. Take care.
Thank you.
See you guys next
All right.
week. Next year. I mean, next
See you
year.
later.